What's up, everybody? Happy Monday, guys. That's Nothing Forever by Stano and Zay Valens, available on all platforms. I'll have the link in the bio. Happy Monday, guys. Welcome to episode 56 of the Daily Dose podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This podcast is sponsored by Complete Solutions LLC. They are your premier home remodeling company in Albuquerque and surrounding areas. They also do commercial work as well as parking lot restriping. Tap in with them. I'll have the website in the description. Let them know you heard it on the Daily Dose podcast for 20% off all services. Excuse me. We got a packed episode today, guys. Combat sports, internet drama, wild headlines. Let's get right into it. Now, we had UFC London over the weekend. And man, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Wasn't your usual UFC London card. Don't get me wrong. There was some good performances. If we look on here, started off with the TKO. Then we had a decision, a TKO. And then we had decision. You know what I mean? So just a lot of decisions. Not quite as entertaining as we usually see. We open up the main card. Danny Silva gets a big win over Curtis Campbell. That was a great fight. Christian Leroy Duncan versus Roman Dolidze was a decent fight. Iwo Baranowski gets a win over Austin Lane. His debut at 205. That was a TKO. And then you had Michael Page versus Sam Patterson. Goodness gracious. Maybe this is why the UFC is mad at him. I mean, off the top of my head, one of the most boring fights, probably top 5 most boring fights in UFC history. And the thing is, yes, I get Michael Venom Page is tricky. It's hard for guys to read, but he doesn't do anything either, right? People are hesitant to come in, so he doesn't engage either. He just stays there, bouncing, moving around. I mean, the inactivity, that was literally one of the most snoozer fights I have ever seen. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, coming off of that, he said he wants to fight big guys in big fights. That's not how you get it. You think the UFC wants to put you in a main event in a barn burner? Not after that performance. It's crazy because he's one of the few guys from Bellator that's actually successful record-wise in the UFC. But yeah, that was an absolute snoozer. He's got to figure something out. Yes, I think the reason he's not as boring as most people would be that fight like that is because we know at any time some big KO could happen, but got to figure something out. The co-main was probably fight of the night. I didn't look. In my opinion, this Luke Riley and Michael Aswell Jr., this was a banger. Now, definitely Luke Riley got the decision, no doubt about that. Landed the bigger shots, but Aswell was no punk. He was staying in there. He was landing when he could, but a great stand-up boxing performance, at least by Luke Riley. I heard him say he did want to mix it up a little more. I do agree with that. Majority of his damage was done from punches, but nonetheless, great performance. And then in the main event, I'm going to have to go back and watch this. I could not believe that Movsar Evloev got the decision. I had LaRon Murphy winning rounds 1, 2, and 3, plus the point deduction for the nut shot. I mean, I thought this clearly was LaRon Murphy's win in his hometown like that, or I don't know, he trains there, whatever it is, but you guys are going to rob him like that? I mean, that is insane. I mean, I guess shout outs to Evloev. This, again, wasn't too entertaining of a fight. It was technical. It was high stakes, so it doesn't make it as boring, but didn't blow your hair back. Wasn't an insane performance from either guy. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens in that division if Evloev gets the title shot. But, like I said, I'll have to go back and rewatch it. A majority decision, I can't see it. You got 48-46, 48-46, and a draw. I don't know what these guys are watching. Nonetheless, like I said, decent card. I can't lie. I am getting nervous in this Paramount era. These cards have been more on the boring side than on the entertaining side. Next week, we head out to Seattle, Washington. Let's check it out here. We got Ricky Simone on there, Casey O'Neill, Marcin Tybura, Chase Hooper, Ignacio Bahamondes, Terrence McKinney, Julian Erosa, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. So this one's definitely a little better. A little better on that one. I'll break it down more. I think Casey O'Neill gets a win. Tyrell Fortune and Marcin Tybura. This is a good fight. I think the veteran Tybora will pull it off, but it could go either way. We got Chase Hooper. He always looks better at lightweight versus Lance Gibson Jr. I'm going with Chase Hooper in that one. I got Ignacio Bahamendez over Tafik Musef. And then my boy, you already know he's been on the podcast. Shout outs to my boy Terrence McKinney. He's going to get a big highlight win over Kyle Nelson. You got Julian Erosa over Lorraine Douglas. I thought, I don't know. That's supposed to be men's featherweight, but you can't judge in this day and age. In the co-main, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. Man, that's a tough one for Barber. Does she take it? I'm going with Alexa Grasso in that one. And in the main event, I'm going with the style bender. Israel Adesanya has to pull it off versus Joe Pfeiffer. This is a career-defining moment in the sense of, again, Stylebender's legacy is already submitted. One of the greatest middleweights to ever do it. His reign was insane, probably won't be duplicated in the time he did it. But I'm saying that if he loses to Joe Pfeiffer, probably never getting that title again. Maybe we see him one more time after that. So hopefully Izzy can get the win. I would love to see a nice performance by him. See if he can go on another run. But like I said, if not, his legacy is cemented. Let's get into some other stuff, guys. John Jones claims he was offered $15 million for the White House card. Now let's break that down. Is that less than some of his other fights? Yes. What people have to keep in mind is the UFC puts on fights to make money. The Spear was one of the ones they said they didn't really make money because of how much it cost for the production. The White House is the same thing. They can't give someone 30, 40 million when they're already losing so much money to put on the free event across the street, to pay the money for the White House. It's not pay-per-view. All these different factors, I think, is the reason why. But again, Dana claims that he never even offered him that. He said John was never in the discussion. So who really knows? I think pretty much if we don't see John this year, then he's probably going to call it a career. Now let's get into some current topics. This ref is he's in some hot water for not calling this fight fast enough. Let's check it out here, see what we think. Ooh, they're definitely scrapping. Oh, buddy dropped right here. Lights out. Pops back up. Oh, and just slept. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like the ref hopped in and pretty much went to call it. Buddy looked at him. Fight was over, and then, boom, head kicks him again. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sure if any of these guys did not make much money, to take a hit like that is just crazy. Definitely a missed one there by the ref. Now, I don't think this is AI, or I don't know if this was set up. I just saw this recently, and I'm like, no way. So let's check this out right here. YouTuber, Larry Wheels slaps a pro power slap guy. Let's check it out. So he slaps him, nothing. Oh, buddy slapped the shit out of him. But like I said, I mean, that doesn't look like AI. That's just crazy. I'm good, guys, on that power slap. Imagine your boy's like, yeah, I got to fight this weekend. Oh, yeah? What promotion? Power slap. Buddy, you're going to stand there and let someone smack the shit out of you for $1,000? You guys got to stop it. You could get more money working at Walmart. It's just crazy. I don't get it. Now, upcoming boxer phenom Cromell Morton spars this YouTuber with one hand. Ooh, he's putting the paws on him. All lefts. Oh, left up top, left up bottom, left up top. Man, he is putting it on him. I mean, shout outs to the YouTuber if you want to hop in there and see what it's like. But, yeah, I mean, he's beating the shit out of you with one hand, buddy. That's exactly what it's like. I don't know what these guys think's going to happen, Like, if you go in there with someone who's way, way, way better than you, then you should expect that's what's going to happen. Now, this Wing C kid, I just don't get it, guys. He gets all this fame and all this stuff. Let's check this out. He's in the main event for some promotion. Oh, my God. Pro debut. Just like he lost his amateur fight. He gets kicked in the head. Demetrius Johnson tried to tell him, you can't do this bobbing and weaving, moving around all weird with your hands down when you're not even that skilled. You know what I mean? I mean, it couldn't be more easy. These guys are lining him up and knocking him out very easily. So hopefully he can learn to put his hands up, or that's what's going to keep happening. Now, Dan Hooker, I saw he came out with a video kind of acknowledging this side piece, if you will. I didn't fully listen to it yet, so let's check it out. I mean, the fact that he's even coming out and talking about it isn't a good sign. I mean, hopefully some of the details she was saying was just, cap, but let's see here.
Well, a lot more credit needs to go to Mrs. Hooker because I think we are realising that I'm a bit of a wild man, and she's an absolute soldier. She's kept me on track this whole time. I don't think I'd be a functioning human without that woman. Well, I was in a relationship which was like all above board, and we ended it. And it was kind of like a mutual agreement that it wasn't going to work out. That kind of led to a bit of a meltdown and a bit of a reaction and a blow up.
Oh, so that's crazy. So Dan Hooker is saying, from what I got from that, he's saying his wife knew that he had this side piece, and then they went to go break it off, and she lost her shit. I mean, I don't know. It definitely happens, but more so, I want to know some of the other details that she was talking about, buddy. Were you doing some weird stuff if she just hurt? But, I mean, props to him. I guess he came out and addressed it at least. Now, some viral moments. Whack 100. I don't know what's up with this guy. I feel like he's always just trying to be in the spotlight, if you will, on some weird shit, though. He's claiming that these text messages right here were from Adin Ross. Basically saying, let's kiss and make up. Some other weird shit. I mean, but to me, it says academics, 1020, and one other person. These all just look weird as hell. Like, my guy, I'm not gay and I don't fear community because I have partners. Bro, I'm solid. Nobody going to come to Compton. These communities, we got so much shit to save the world. I'm gay. Are you rejecting me because I'm Jewish and gay? I mean, these just don't even look like real text messages. So I don't know what his goal is with that, but he's definitely always on some trolling shit. Whack 100 is definitely an interesting guy. Now, Kevin Hart, he was caught in the middle of Logan Paul and Gronk going at it. Obviously, they're out at this, I don't even know what this is. I guess they're having some flag football event, if you will, but Gronk started getting a little lippy. Kevin Hart gets in the middle of it. I mean, this is just hilarious. I doubt, again, these guys are just, I honestly think based on all these interactions I'm seeing, I really feel like they're just trolling this point. And a lot of people don't realize Logan and Jake Paul are marketing geniuses. They know how to make a brand. They know how to get headlines. Love or hate them, I mean, they know how to get their name out there, and they've been very successful with it. So it's just funny to see how much people flip out. Look at these little Brady trolling him, throwing the ball at him. They kind of been yapping back and forth. Logan Paul says, oh, no, he's not a athlete. He's just a quarterback. To me, it looks like they're just literally, I don't know. I think Logan Paul is just stuck in WWE mode. Like, it just seems like he's always in that WWE mode. Look at this. Saquon Barkley, gives him a little juke. Like I said, I think it's all in good fun. People kind of catch the headlines and act too serious. But, yeah, look at this. This lady thought it was a good idea, opens the door mid-car wash, starts twerking, goes to close the door. Oh, no, the door is wrong. Oh, my God. The door is the wrong way. She probably just scratched the shit out of the car. Like, are people just retarded? I hate to say it, but it's just like, what did you think was going to happen from that? I'm not sure how you thought it was going to go, but that's definitely exactly how it was going to go. Real quick, guys, appreciate you rocking with me. If you've rocked along with me up to this point, please hit the subscribe button, share this episode with a friend. If you're a business owner or a brand, we're offering 10% off sponsorships, can get you on. We get 10 to 15,000 views a week on the channel. Tap in with us. But again, appreciate you guys, everybody tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. Let's get back into the episode. Now, LaRussell, he's a rapper who's built this crazy platform from just flooding social media, posting new songs every day, creating all this buzz. Out of nowhere, all his accounts are deleted. And allegedly, this is why. He came out with this song. Let's check it out. he came out with this song that has some controversy. I get to a degree, maybe the message he was trying to send in there, but here, let's hear it a little bit.
Donald too. We all have been sick. Epstein too. We all have been sick. Adolf too. We all have been sick.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure what his goal is there, but he's basically saying everybody's heaven sent. Donald Trump, Adolf Hitler, Jeffrey Epstein, like those are demons, buddy. So I'm not sure what your goal was there, but again, terrible angle on a platform you have. Literally all his social medias are deleted. I'm sure he was getting nothing but backlash. And he's a guy that it seems like always just keeps putting his money and stuff back into his momentum and everything. So if that gets cut off, I don't know what happens to his career. I mean, he could have literally possibly ruined his whole career just in that moment. So it's really sad to see. Something interesting, I don't even get why they're doing it just now. I know this is from like 2024, but look at this. This is the DUI body cam footage from Justin Timberlake back in 2024. That's why I don't get why they're just releasing it now, but he was definitely a little turned up. What can you do, guys? It happens to everybody. You know, make mistakes. He definitely can't walk a straight line. Definitely doesn't really have much balance. What can you do? Nobody's perfect. I don't know why they didn't release it yet. It says 06/18, so June 18th, 2024. I'm sure that's long and behind him. It's just interesting to see how people will still try and put it out there like that. Now the game, these got to be fake. I know Buddy's not that broke. Allegedly, the game scams one guy out of 4,000 that was trying to get a verse from him. And I believe another up-and-coming streamer said he got scammed out of $750 from the game because he was supposed to come on stream or something like that and then just disappeared. They're posting some messages kind of showing it. I'm not sure what the hell's going on there, buddy. I know you don't need $5,000 that bad. So, again, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully he doesn't continue to just, scam people like that. Now, Adin Ross said he's not paying Blueface his $250,000 from the brand risk boxing fight until Blueface comes out and says that these aren't fixed. He's not messing with the betting, nothing like that. He took really big offense to it. He's not only not going to pay him, but he said he's going to sue him if he doesn't come out and address it. So, I mean, that to me, again, shows people like when they say these UFC fights are fixed, like it's a big deal and promotions will not play that shit. Obviously, we see some fighters getting involved with stuff, taking payouts, payoffs, stuff like that. But the promotion itself, they do not play that. Look at this picture. I'm going to put it in the corner. Northwest dressed as Kris Jenner. That shit is so hilarious. One thing I have noticed about her, she seems to be a character. Like she has sense of humor. She's, flamboyant. She does dresses, kind of like Kanye. Very like Kanye, but she seems smart and just very witty. So shout outs to her. That was absolutely hilarious. Geno Smith offered the Wendy's chief tasting officer after being released from the Raiders. Hey, I saw it was a pretty decent salary. You just go around and taste Wendy's. Shit, until I find something else, I'd take him up on it. That's definitely not a bad offer. You know what I mean? You just get to eat Wendy's all day and do your thing. I guess we'll see if he ends up taking that. Now, Aaron the plumber, this guy only fights bums in the bathroom. Check this out, this video of him. Let's take a peep at it. I mean, these are two bums fighting in a bathroom. This is absolutely terrible. Neither guy is jabbing. Neither guy is putting their hands back to their face. Oh, wow, they're only going bodies like they're in high school or something. This is just like, what the hell are these guys doing, man? As grown men, you're boxing someone in the bathroom. These guys are just ridiculous, bro. That's why he didn't show up to his boxing fight, but he can't box his way out of a damn wet paper bag. That's just goofy, guys. I don't know why you would box someone. Now, this is absolutely hilarious right here. Houston police puts Cartel Bo on blast, guys. We got to watch this. They are like, what are you talking about? So Cartel Bo, if you guys don't know, he was recently, I guess he's a Houston rapper, and he was recently on the Tommy G channel, where Tommy G goes into all sorts of neighborhoods and stuff and follows police. He goes all over kind of breaking stuff down. Houston PD sees some of the footage of him claiming that this neighborhood he lives in is the most violent, the most dangerous neighborhood. They said, hey, Tommy G, no one in Houston calls Lakewood by the nickname of Murderwood. We'll watch this video and fact check it for you. The last time Warren Brown made a video with this many views, he and all his friends went to the federal pen. They are just trolling this guy. Houston Police Union, let's see what they say. They're just laughing, saying he's capping. I mean, I don't know why you would, again, you post stuff like that, you know people are going to be behind it. They have all sorts of posts, though. You guys got to check it out. That's just absolutely crazy. I've never seen police respond to something like that. They're like, hell no, buddy. Our city's not violent. You're not in some crazy neighborhood. Like, damn, y'all ain't have to do buddy like that. He ain't has to be fact checked. Now, fitness famed inmate West Watson looks like he's facing some pretty serious charges. He's kind of been known through his last few relationships to have a temper, to have some domestic violence issues. Apparently, he flipped out on his current fiance, basically held her hostage, held her against her will, was going off on her, belittling her, probably smacking her around, right? He got arrested for all sorts of charges. He's been ghosted on social media, so I'm guessing he's still in jail. But he's just been on a downward spiral, honestly. At one time, he was a guy that never missed his workouts, all about sobriety. You rarely see him work out these days. He's always drinking and smoking. So, again, nobody's perfect, so you can't talk about being perfect, but he's definitely fallen off pretty hard. Now, something interesting. Arturo Gotti Jr. official death was ruled a homicide. A lot of people thought it was going to be a suicide like his pops. Being that it's a homicide, that just makes everything and all the conspiracies kind of blow wide open. So, hopefully they kind of figure out what's going on there. Now, Nick Shirley, guys, great episode today. We had a lot of content, a lot of current topics, great fights from last week. We're going to get down to the crime of the week and the message of the week before we get out of here. So Nick Shirley, if you guys don't remember, that was the kid who put all those places in Minnesota, all the daycares on blast. And now he has been out and about investigating again. And I saw another case here. So let's see what he said. Nick Shirley is over at some hospice businesses. So this is over in, I'm not sure what state, but he goes to this area and there's nothing but hospice businesses. They all have very similar names, like Angel of something, this angel, that angel, nice cars everywhere. And again, nobody's answering. You can't enroll anybody. You can't sign up. I mean, it's just crazy how one guy could just go around and expose so many different scams. Hospice care, health care, daycare, all these things that are claiming, and these places are taking tons of government funding. Just absolutely crazy, man. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully we can get it together. That was the crime of the week. Like I said, as always, get out of here on the message of the week. Action first, then everything will follow. People always want to start somewhere and be paid like they're the CEO. Why not act and operate like the CEO and then get paid accordingly? When you're chasing your dreams, do it at the highest level. Do it as you're already getting paid that money you're trying to get, and then it'll come. You can't just start a job as the cashier and want to be paid as the owner before you act like the owner. No, you do your stuff above and beyond. You take on more responsibilities. You look out for the restaurant, and you get promoted. Action first, guys. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Momentum creates clarity. Keep chasing it, guys. Most people are stuck because they're thinking instead of moving. Just start. The rest will figure itself out. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to episode 56 of the Daily Dose Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Keep running up the channel. I really appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. And we're out.